Good evening, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for November 17, 2023. And in the news this evening, CNN citizen killed in Manchester robbery. A 63-year-old man succumbed to a gunshot wound at hospital after he and his family were attacked and robbed by gunmen in Maidstone, northwest Manchester on Friday. Relatives named him as Duncan Keith Watson, a resident of Maidstone. Watson, the husband of a Moravian minister, was reportedly at home about 1 a.m. when he reportedly heard strange sounds. When he went to investigate, Watson realized that the people were trying to break in. He reportedly struggled to keep his attackers out by holding onto a door in an effort to protect his family from the invaders, during which he was shot in the upper body. The gunmen reportedly stole phones and other belongings from the family. A source told the news that the gunmen assisted in putting the injured man in a car to be taken to the hospital. Member of Parliament for Manchester North Western, Michael Phillips, expressed a concern about the incident as he pointed to recent murders in his constituency. He is calling on the police high command to bolster the manpower and resources of the Manchester police.
Again, I'm calling on the hierarchy of the police force, Commissioner of Police, the Minister of National Security, that Manchester is in dire need of additional resources. And the resources I speak of are police officers on the ground. This morning woke up to the news of Mr. Watson house being invaded and him being shot and killed in the community of Maidstone. A farming community, a close-knit community, something that we don't expect in a community like this. In northwest Manchester, this is the fourth murder in less than a month and a half. 5 shootings, 4 murders. This is something that we have not seen. This is deep rural Jamaica. And when you see criminals migrating from other places, influencing persons within the community, we have to root out the criminality within communities like this. I mean, just yesterday I got the news of a farmer losing 5 goats. We have 1 police vehicle at the Cottage Police Station. I've been asking and pleading for more resources because the crime situation is getting out of hand. It cannot be that we're waiting until the situation has totally gotten out of hand. Then we're trying to bring it back. Why not cauterize it? This has torn to the heart of the community. It has torn to the heart of the church. Mr. Watson's wife is a pastor at the church here in Maidstone. She pastors some of the churches in the Malgully circuit. And he's one that is a community man. Just came back from overseas, doing some work on his house. Troubles no one. He's a part of the fabric of this community. So when we see persons coming into the community to take away the life of a loved one like this, believe me, this is just systematic of what is happening right across the island. And when we see the knee-jerk reaction that has been taking place to crime, it leaves us to wonder what next, what next needs to be done. This one is hurting to the core.
Police Federation Chairman to be reinstated with immediate effect. Corporal Rohan James is to resume his duties as the chairman of the Jamaica Police Federation with immediate effect, the Federation announced Friday. The Federation made the announcement following a Supreme Court ruling. Our chairman, Corporal Rohan James, was successful in his application for leave to apply for judicial review and to quash the decision to place on interdiction and to initiate disciplinary proceedings against him. He will be resuming duties with immediate effect, the Police Federation said in a release. James was interdicted over remarks he made in July at a funeral service for a slain cop. Following a probe, Police Commissioner Major General Anthony Anderson directed that disciplinary action be taken against James at a court of inquiry. James was also interdicted from duty with immediate effect at 3/4 of his salary. An earlier application by the interdicted corporal to be reinstated pending the hearing of his appeal had been denied. Tropical storm watch for Jamaica lifted, heavy rains expected to continue. The tropical storm watch for Jamaica has been discontinued with immediate effect as the chance of tropical cyclone development around the island has been significantly reduced. A flash flood warning, however, remains in effect for the island as heavy rains associated with the weather system are expected to continue affecting the island. The parishes of Westmoreland, St. Elizabeth, Clarendon, Kingston and St. Andrew, St. Thomas, St. Catherine, Portland and St. Mary are to remain on alert as a flooding could occur at any time. At 1 p.m., potential tropical cyclone number 22 was centered near latitude 18 degrees north and longitude 78.5 degrees west. This is about 39 kilometers or 25 miles south-southwest Negril Point, or 180 kilometers or 112 miles west-southwest of Kingston, Jamaica. The system, according to the Meteorological Service of Jamaica, is moving faster towards the northeast of the current forecast track. The system is expected to move across Jamaica later today. Although the tropical storm watch is no longer in effect, the system will continue to induce bands of rainfalls across the island, and the residents should remain on alert for possible flash flooding in flood-prone areas. Fishers and other small craft operators are also encouraged to exercise caution until wind and sea conditions have returned to normal. This is the final bulletin that will be issued on the cyclone. The Meteorological Service will, however, continue to monitor the progress of this system and will inform on weather conditions through news releases and regular daily forecast products. Activists arrested for Jamaica House protest. Two social activists who protested in front of Jamaica House have been charged for breaching the Public Order Act. The activists Lloyd de Aguilar and Yulin Nugent were brought before the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court on Thursday. Prosecutors outlined that on October 12, the accused were seen demonstrating in front of Jamaica House and were given a lawful order by the police to remove from the property. The Aguilar and the Nugent are accused of disobeying the order and were subsequently arrested and charged. Both indicated to Senior Parish Judge Laurent Cole Montague that they have no legal representation. The matter was adjourned until February 1, 2024 to facilitate the completion of the case file. The activists, who are both on bail, are to return to court on that date. The case file is expected to be completed by the next mentioned date. Jamaica House, located in St. Andrew, houses government offices, including the Office of the Prime Minister. The Aguilar is no stranger to hot water. He was kicked out of the Tivoli Gardens Commission of Inquiry after labeling Commission Chairman Sir David Simmons as a political hack and an enemy of the people of Tivoli Gardens. Last year, he wrote to Prime Minister Andrew Holness demanding a People's Commission of Inquiry into state corruption. He argued that millions of dollars are stolen from the public purse each year and called for a forensic audit of the public debt to determine which public officials or politicians may have corruptly pocketed the people's money. 21 children taken from Kahal Yahweh compound released from state care. The 21 children that were taken from the Kahal Yahweh religious compound in June have been released from state care. Some of the children were released to their parents, while others have been sent to other relatives. The group is being represented by attorneys at law Peter Champagny Casey and Samoy Campbell. The matter is scheduled to return to the family court on February 28, 2024, for Champagny and Campbell to make submissions on the issue of the vaccination of the children. Vaccination clashes with the religious beliefs of the group, and thus they have been resistant to the state's attempts to have the children vaccinated. This latest news follows reports that new charges will be filed in the case involving 13 members of the St. James religious group who were arrested and charged with violations of the Child Care and Protection Act. The case file came up in the St. James Parish Court before presiding Judge Sasha Marie Smith Ashley last Friday, but was rescheduled due to the prosecution's incomplete case file. The court was informed that several statements and additional charges are yet to be added to the case file. The individuals charged are Rebecca Gallimore, Christopher Anderson, Nikisha Harding, Derek Clark, Rona Lee Maitland, Elisa Medley, Fabian Nelson, Francine Paris, Jodian Spence, Joseph Hoskin, Oral Spence, Ryan Littman, and Ingrid Williams. They were taken into custody during a joint special operation by the security forces at their Paradise Avenue religious compound in Montego Bay on June 30. The charges came 3 weeks after children of many of the accused were placed in state care. The police confirmed that investigators removed several exhibits, photographs, and other material of evidentiary value from the compound. The Kahal Yahweh compound, which is 2 doors away from the late Kevin Smith's Pathway International Kingdom Restoration Ministries, made headlines in 2019 when authorities raided the property, leading to the arrest of the church's leader and the removal of 3 children from the compound. The raid followed months of complaints from residents concerned about the fate of children within the compound.